If Titanfall were to change its name, it may be like 1,000 ways to die in a first-person shooter. Because as far as I see it, that's what it's like. How many ways can you kill somebody in this game? Quite a few. Maybe you're using the same weapons, but the execution is always just a little bit different. My new favorite thing to do with my holopilot is to just have it standing still instead of running. I just find it works so much better. Well, not better all the time, but it's funny. It's very funny to me. This is the classic slingshot opening, but with a twist. I grabbed the ship, and to me that just makes it a little bit better. And this is probably the most common way to die, and does it bother me? Not really. If that's how you want to do it, great. But to me, I would prefer to just make it cooler, for lack of a better word. And sometimes that's actually just having a more rare kill, something I don't see as often. Like, I'll throw away my Titan, full health, full battery, don't care, just to block your nuclear eject, because I get a kick out of kills like that. And they don't even have to be the most skillful kills for me to like them. It's just something I don't see often, and sometimes I just want to know, am I gonna really be able to get away with this? And let's find out. He's running for his life, and I'm running after him. This shouldn't really work, but is it going to? Look down, look down. He's right there. You can see his head bopping. What that pilot was doing, I don't know, but I just ran a guy down with my Titan. Alright, high flying action. I was hoping he was going to come up here, but he didn't. He just dropped. So let's see if we can find him. Death by gravity star. Near connection, but he's gone. I don't think he's gone though. I think he's somewhere here. Yeah, there he is. He still wants some? Yeah, he wants some. Am I gonna go in there? Not through there, no. Let's see if we can do this a little bit different. Death by grappling hook. Okay, I went right through him. It's not over yet though. Yeah, slightly different kills. So this is what I want to do now. I want to show you guys a complete game. There's going to be a lot of kills in it, so you guys are going to see a lot of different ways to kill people. You guys are also going to see how I change my gameplay as I go throughout this game, as I get more comfortable with the Hemlock. Hemlock, not one of my strongest weapons, because it's just actually not as strong as it used to be. Yet, on the right map, these more open maps, it's not too bad. It always struggles with things like what the G2 and even the Spitfire struggles with a little bit, which is getting into close range, because it's just a little bit harder to handle your gun. The ADS is a lot slower, and on all these guns you do have to ADS. Also, flying in the air, just like the G2, the Hemlock, not perfect accuracy when you're flying through and just trying to hit people. So, again, one of those things I don't particularly like about this gun, because it does force you somewhat to keep your boots on the ground. But that doesn't mean you have to stay stationary. That's why, like I said, I still like somewhat pushing the gun, but I'm also somewhat realistic about what I'm going to be able to pull off with it, which means that I do have to somewhat be, you know, standing my ground and then using it as it's meant to be used, which is mainly a medium to long range weapon. But in reality, long range is not very good from the Hemlock. It's still 2 to 3 bursts, more than likely 3 bursts, so by then you usually end up taking cover. But at mid ground, 2 bursts is not bad. Not bad at all. If you can get a little bit of headshot action, then you can end up pushing that 2 bursts even into long distance. So this gun is actually not all bad. It's actually quite good. And if you happen to get something like a flatline, then you're even better off, man. I forgot how, like, the flatline has a nice punch to it. Like, I really like this gun. I don't like to run it myself, but as a secondary, it feels good to have. So right now this is pretty methodical. Like, I'm actually trying to stay in the mid-range for a bit. This is awful though. Like, I missed all my shots, and it's funny, once you miss a couple shots, you're like, your confidence just goes down the tubes. But I somewhat managed to salvage it because they weren't moving at all, so lucky me. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk and go indoors, but well, I didn't even get a chance to. I thought it was gonna work out that I was gonna be able to come back and punch him, but it didn't look like that at all from his side. Like, he was really close to me, well, close enough to melee me, obviously, so that didn't work out at all. But I always like the idea of trying to, like, whiplash myself right back at somebody when I go around a corner like that. You guys ready for some premium Northstar action? Then now's a good time to start looking it up, because you won't find any here. No, really, this first part is bad, but the thing is I was kind of asking for it. Look where I am. Because what I was trying to do is trade out in my usual fashion. If I get first to drop early, I just use it as an opportunity to get as many kills as I can while trading out, and, you know, generally just trying to be up ahead 2 batteries. Because by the time I get my second Titan, well, they're probably getting theirs, and, you know, the fight continues. Got too greedy there. I was trying to charge up my railgun enough to take out the pilot plus the sentry. Would have been nice, but You know, that's just the way it goes when you try to get too much out of something. But it's nice learning that limit. It's almost like a rubber band, like, right? How far can you stretch it? Like, what is the breaking point is always what you're looking for. And then you stay just before it. I think the best example of this is when you're shooting someone in front of you, but you know there's someone behind you, and you judge it just long enough to either finish what you're doing in front of you and get the kill, or at least to survive and turn around and do something about it. Now, I don't know if I should laser or use my my Hemlock. Doesn't matter, I'm not even gonna get a chance. Every time I want to try something, I'm just getting killed. Okay, let's try this again. That, I just find fun. It kind of feels like you're drifting in a car. The scene that always comes to mind is the one from, what is that one called? Batman Returns? Yeah, when he's in that scene where he's got the Batmobile and he has to make a turn and he like throws out a cable. And then he ends up making it nice and tight as he's drifting through. That was awful too! I'm so bitter about that. Stupid Sentry. Oh, free battery? Does he notice? Notices nothing. Now is this gonna crush him? You know what, I think I ended up messing this up by jumping towards him, and then I think he instinctively went backwards. But then he also ended up messing up himself. When he's like that, it actually gives you the best opportunity to shoot a pilot off your back. That's why I jumped off, because you may have noticed that he actually got some splash damage off on the dome shield. And you're going to see me do the exact same thing with my Northstar. I end up shooting a rock with a cluster bomb just to get somebody off my back. Anything that does splash damage, you can do that with. Like, technically you can do it with Scorch, but the problem is that napalm is inconsistent in how it comes off of structures. It kind of rains down randomly, so you can't trust it in order for it to work. If you manage to somehow get your traps on an elevated surface and like that, sure, that'll work, but like, how many scenarios are there that that's going to work? Like, I could throw it there off to my right, light it up. I'd have to crouch, and it'll probably burn a pilot off my back, but even describing it took forever, so you'd already have to have that, like, already there, and then it's just an opportunity thing. Why am I even talking about it? It's just because that's a different way to kill somebody. Someone stole my kill? Damn it. But when I can see those little openings, that's when I feel really good about my play. When I see kills that you wouldn't normally see, that's when I know that I'm playing better than usual. And I think I just want to touch on the last video because I think this has something in common, because it was talking about using the meta guns in order to have really good games, but obviously this isn't a meta gun, but I had a good game. But you have to distinguish the difference between having a high score game and you actually having played really well. Like this one here, I'd say it's about 50-50. I played decently well, but the other people weren't also making it particularly hard. So it's easier to bring out weapons you don't see as often, like the Hemlock here. Northstar, still something you see a lot of, but you know, seeing a good Northstar player is always a treat. Like, even for me, when I see a Northstar that's constantly siping me out, I'm pretty impressed. Northstars are hard to use, but they can be very efficient Titans, but you really have to get into the mood. Why is no one going up? Why do you guys come down so fast? But what's the other thing about Northstars is that you can also get pretty good at dodging missiles, which, you know, just makes you that much more resilient. But the thing about Northstars that I don't like is just that you do have to be somewhat passive. You have to stay beside cover and you have to stay on the outside of the map. If not, you just struggle. I don't care how good you are. Everybody struggles in that scenario if you're playing Northstar. Like, you can only get so aggressive before the Titan is just not that useful. But if your aim is on, damn, this is one of those Titans that you can just get so many kills repeatedly because it's fast like Ronin, but to get those kills, the skill curve is so much higher. I think one of my problems is because, again, I record, I know that people are going to be seeing my footage. I know I have to keep a certain kind of pace or a certain kind of action. But the problem is that even though sometimes I can get more kills doing it a certain way, I just don't think it's going to be as entertaining. And I think that kind of affects my efficiency at times with different kind of weapons and different kind of Titans. I think I would play things different if I knew I wasn't always going to be using the footage to make a video for people. And the only reason I mention that is because obviously this isn't always going to be the most standard gameplay. Like, my gameplay is going to be biased towards me always having the burden of making things look good. That's what some people don't understand. Like, I can't just play super hardcore because the fact is, even if I drop 40 kills, it's kind of the same as the Spitfire thing, is that if the gameplay isn't entertaining, no one cares, right? So again, to me, it's like, what's the point? And that's only because I do this YouTube thing. That's why I have this burden of always having to try to make things look cool. That's why I always try to shoot on the upstroke instead of the down one, which is a lot easier, and just trying to make things generally look smooth. Like sometimes I look at stuff longer so you guys can get the full effect. Well, right now we just got some serious height and we get to fly. This is what pilots do, right? And yeah, I just wanted you guys to tell you more about my process and why I play the way I do, and why you may not always actually see what I would do in a real situation if I weren't recording, which it's kind of interesting. That's also why I'm kind of trying to pump myself up for Twitch, so I can find a nice middle ground between what I want to do and what I want to find entertaining. Oh man, whenever I kill somebody in the air with that core, absolutely amazing. Can I at least get one kill here? Cluster missile? No? Okay. Okay, well, this puts me in a pretty good position. That was my favorite combo of this game, that happened. Missed a turn there. You could have made it, by the way. You could have opened up more in order to make that turn with the grappling hook. Like, see, right there is a slightly better example. Damn tone splash damage. Alright, we only have a little bit left in this game. What are we gonna do? I'm temporarily out of grapple, so that's what I did. And I ended up using grapple anyways. By the way, I have this awesome Holopilot game, as well as some other stuff from Holopilot, which I'll probably do in the very near future. I used a couple of clips at the beginning of this, but I think I'm going to put something even a little bit more Holopilot centered together, and then we'll probably even do a complete game as well. So if you're into Holopilot, well, we're going to do more Holopilot. I'm just branching out again, though I am really, not going to lie, I'm really enjoying just using like R101s, cars, alternators, and R101s. Like, did I say R101 twice? Maybe. R201? Whatever. But there is something so satisfying. That's why I made that episode. Like, it's just nice to be able to plow through people and just going on to huge rips of multi-kills. Like, the feeling is unparalleled. Like, yeah. And I like getting high kill games with, like, meme guns as well, but it's even better when I can do it to high-skilled people. Like, when I actually get to have a nice high-skilled game where their team isn't stacked and it's relatively even and I'm not just getting swarmed, like, that's awesome. Like, I like seeing meta weapons at that point because it's even though we're using meta weapons, because everybody's using meta weapons, everyone's using good Titans, and the teams are fair. Like, that to me just makes the best Titanfall time. I wonder how this game ends. I don't remember if we got any nice shots here. Is he about to eject? Oh, there's a ton of guys. Okay, he's definitely gonna eject, so let's keep an eye out for this one. Let's see if we can make this last final shot. I try to hit the last ones because those are the best ones. I can't see anything. Alright, can we laser him? Nope. Okay, I don't know if we're actually gonna end this one on a high note. Gonna have to wait and see. I'll settle for anything right now. Anybody here? Okay, there's a guy there. We can do this. We can do this. I am so dumb. So dumb. I knew there was a guy in there. Like, I just saw him shoot. I heard him shoot. What am I doing? I literally had the best weapon for that too. I had a gravity star. When you're using an L-star, you can't even shoot once you've been hit with that. And he was in that tiny area. He couldn't have done anything about it. I could have walked out there, casually 2, 3, 4 shot at him. But no, I just rushed in there like a dum-dum. So we're not going to be ending this video on a high note. Actually, yes, we can. By the power of editing, I'm going to put one last kill in there, and we're pretty much going to call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. On paper, cut to you, and I'll see you all next time.